안녕하세요. This is lesson 5 part 4. You're going to learn how to make question sentences using what in this lesson. Let's go.
Let's learn how to make a simple question using the interrogative pronoun what. Remember that this what is used as an interrogative pronoun here. We'll learn other usages of what later again. Anyway, don't worry too much about what is called now. It's just what. What was the translation for the interrogative pronoun what? 무엇 or 뭐. 무엇 or 뭐. 뭐 is the shortened form, so needless to say, people use more than 무엇. 무엇 sounds a bit formal. 뭐, 뭐. It's 우 plus 어 sound. 우어, 뭐, okay? You understand the sound? Okay. What is the simplest question you can make using what then? How about what is this? And what do you like? The question, what is this, is related to the English pattern number 3 we learned in lesson 3. Subject plus verb plus complement. When we want to say something or someone is something, we use the predicate 예요 or 이에요, right? We use the same predicate in a question form too. Then how do we say this is a car? This is 이것 in Korean. Car is 차 in Korean. This, 이것, 이. The subject particle 이 is added. Why 이? Why not 은? Yes, you can use 은 too. It's just about a nuance. When you use the particle 이 or 가, you can give the sentence the nuance of emphasizing the subject of the sentence, like, what is this thing? I want to know this. And when you use the particle 은 or 는, you can give the sentence a nuance of comparing or contrasting. Normally, you use 은 or 는 from the second sentence when you make several questions. But sometimes it's not strange at all to use 은 or 는 from the very first question. Confusing, isn't it? It's not a strict rule. It's all about nuance. Let's learn it by doing. A car, 차, is, 예요. 차 doesn't have a final consonant, so we use 예요 rather than 이에요. 예요 and 이에요 sound almost the same when you speed them out faster, so don't worry too much about the pronunciation of 예요 and 이에요. We told you this a lot. 이것 이 차예요. It actually sounds 이것이 차예요. Remember this sentence. Then let's swap a car with the interrogative pronoun what, because this is the part we want to know, the word in the position of the complement. So you'd be like, this is what? You ask a question like this even in English sometimes, right? So let's put what, 무엇, in the position of a car in a Korean sentence. 이것 이, 무엇 이에요. We used 이에요 because 엇 has the final consonant. And this is a question. You're supposed to make a rising tone. So, 이것 이, 무엇 이에요? More naturally, 이것이 무엇이에요? You understand why it sounds like this, don't you? It's because of all the 이응, the empty consonant. Let's use the shortened form of what then. 이것 이, 뭐예요? 이것이 뭐예요? There is a shortened form of 이것 이 too. 이게, which already contains the particle. The shortened form of 이것은 is 이건. The shortened form of 이것 이 is 이게. Okay? So you can say 이게 뭐예요? Or you can use 이건 뭐예요? too, when you want to use the particle 은 or 는. 이게 뭐예요? What is this? According to the Korean structuring rule, this what is. 이게 뭐예요? Perfect. Let's see the next question. What do you like? This sentence is related to the English pattern number 2. Subject plus verb plus object that we learned in lesson 3. I like coffee. Let's make a declarative sentence first. I, coffee, like. I, 저는, coffee. 커피를. You use the particle 을 or 를 for the object of the sentence, right? Like. 좋아해요. 저는 커피를 좋아해요. 저는 커피를 좋아해요. You can use the English pronunciation coffee too. In order to make a question sentence using what, you just need to swap the object coffee with the interrogative pronoun what, 무엇, or 뭐. It's easy, right? So if you want to ask a question to second person, the sentence structure is going to be you, what, like. You, 당신은. We don't normally use 당신 in an honorific sentence, as you know. And we don't need to use 이 or 가 for the subject because the subject I or you is not something we want to know here. Therefore, we don't have to emphasize it. What, 무엇을. We add a particle 을 because this what is in the position of the object. Like, 좋아해요? We make a rising tone because this is a question. 당신은 무엇을 좋아해요? Or 당신은 뭐를 좋아해요? 뭐 is used more commonly because it's short and simple. Let's get rid of 당신은 because we're supposed to find another way to get around using you anyway. 뭐를 좋아해요? It's fine. But it will sound a bit more natural without the particle 을 or 를 sometimes, especially in a question sentence. 뭐 좋아해요? What do you like? 뭐 좋아해요? If you want to sound more polite, you can use the higher respect form of the verb like, adding 시 sound as we learned in the previous lesson. 뭐 좋아하세요? Or 뭐 좋아하셔요? Okay, that's good. Then let's make some simple questions using what. What is your name? Or your name is what? It's a simple question we can use anytime. Well, Koreans actually use higher respect noun and predicate to ask someone else's name for the first time. But let's learn it on the next page because it's very difficult to learn. Anyway, you can use the sentences on this page too to someone who you meet for the first time, especially when you think the audience or the listener seems to be about your age or younger. What's the sentence structure? We put the subject, your name, first and put the predicate is at the end. And the interrogative pronoun what right before the predicate is. Your name, what is. Your name, let's not translate the possessive your here. Name is 이름. 이름이. Let's put the subject particle 이 because it's a question. What? 뭐 is 예요 이름이 뭐예요? With a rising tone. It's too easy, isn't it? How about what is your phone number? Phone number is 전화번호. We've seen this word several times, right? Let's reposition the words. It's simple. Your phone number, what is? Your phone number. We don't need a your here because you and I both know I'm asking about your phone number. Phone number. Phone number is 전화번호. 전화번호는. We used 는 this time. Why? Because we already asked the listener's name. So it's the second question. Let's see the grammar section on the bottom. The first question used the particle 이. If you want to ask another question consecutively right after the first question, it is okay to use 은 or 는 because it provides a nuance of comparing to the first question. Let's say this is the conversation between A and B. A asks, "What is your name?" B answers, "Emma." And A asks again, "Okay then, what is your phone number?" The particle 은 or 는 gives a nuance of okay then here in this conversation. Now, do you understand what we are trying to explain? What, 뭐 is and a question mark. 예요? 예요? 전화번호는 뭐예요? What is your phone number? Or 전화번호가 뭐예요? Is okay too. Okay, let's learn how to say what is your name using higher respect forms. If you use higher respect form properly, you will sound a lot closer to native speakers. Let's see the English sentence. What is your father's name? We are not asking your name. We are asking your father's name. Fathers are normally more than 20 years older than us, right? So let's use the higher respect form. The higher respect form of the noun name is 성함. 성함. There's another, but let's just use 성함 this time. Father is 아버지. 아버지. It's already higher respect form because dad is 아빠. 아빠. So 아버지 is a higher respect form of a dad. 아빠. Okay? So let's use 아버지 this time. It's okay. The structure of a question sentence in Korean is not so much different from that of a declarative sentence. Therefore, it's like saying your father's name is what in English, right? The correct order in Korean sentence is your father's name, what is, and your father's name is the subject of the sentence. Your father's name. Let's not translate the possessive your as usual. Father's name. 아버지의 이름. 의 takes the role of the apostrophe s in English, right? Well, in a real-life conversation, you can get rid of 의 sound, but it's too confusing to remember all the exceptions and irregulars. So just leave it there as we learned. It's totally okay. 아버지의 이름. 이. Let's use the subject particle 이. 아버지의 이름이 what? 뭐? is. 예요? 아버지의 이름이 뭐예요? It's a perfect question sentence itself, but some might feel uncomfortable because you don't use the higher respect form for the listener's father. So let's use the higher respect form of the name 성함 here. 아버지의 성함이 뭐예요? It sounds much better, but actually Koreans talk like this. 아버지의 성함이 어떻게 되세요? 아버지의 성함이 father's name. 어떻게 means how. 되세요 is the higher respect form of the verb become that we never learned before. This is quite important. You should remember this is just how Koreans say. There is no particular rule for this. 어떻게 되셔요 or 되세요, how become is the higher respect way to say what is in Korean. Do you understand? Yes, you can use this whenever you want to sound more polite than just use 뭐예요. 어떻게 되셔요? Or 어떻게 되세요? You understand the mechanism how 되시어요 becomes 되셔요, right? And Koreans use 되세요 more commonly than 되셔요, okay? So, what is your father's name? 아버지의 성함이 어떻게 되셔요? Or 되세요? What is your name? 성함이 어떻게 되세요? What is your phone number? 전화번호가 어떻게 되세요? Sound more polite. If you can use 어떻게 되세요 properly, native Koreans would think you speak perfect Korean. By the way, when we pronounce how in Korean, it is written 어떻게, but it sounds 어떻게 with a K sound, K, when we read it. We already learned about this pronunciation rule in Lesson 4, Part 4. Here, the H consonant in the final of the second block is a silence, but it affects on the initial of the next block. If it doesn't ring any bell, please go back to Lesson 4, Part 4.
This is the end of Lesson 5, Part 4. You'll see more examples of question sentences with what and a verb in the next video. Okay? 안녕히 계세요.